Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yaliali in this incarnation, and I am here today to talk about Pluto in Aquarius because today, November 19th of 2024, it is entering in this sign until January of 2044 for the next 20 years. So Aquarius is an air sign ruled by Uranus and Saturn. This is shared with Capricorn, but these are radically different energies. So the energy of Capricorn is more linked with is a sign of Earth. So the time could be experimented slower. The transformations were a reconstruction, that took time and practicality in the matter. We are talking about pyramidal structures that we are leaving behind, and all of these things are like breaking, with the energy of Pluto in Aquarius. So I'm going to discover this transit as everyone through the experiences, but we are going to talk a little bit of the topics associated with this energy. And if there is something that Aquarius and Uranus share, it is that the forms that reality can take are totally unexpected. Um, you know, in a few years, perhaps we didn't. We are going to see to the reality, observe the reality, and things that we didn't imagine before can happen, or at least the ways that those manifestations are presenting. So, well, Aquarius is an energy that is associated to groups, to collective causes, freedom, technology, the networks, So it is also this interconnection that is disposed in everything that is operating in universe. I mean, this cosmic intelligence that unites us all. The cells of our brain, it is discovered that they function in synchronized networks, and they are adjusting and rebalancing the functions according to the needs in real time, in present moment. So this applies for the micro level and the macro level. Um, Also, this energy, it is going to lead us to understand the multidimensional quality that we possess, the dimensions that inhabiting us. I mean, the physical, the earth aspect, the earthly aspect is one dimension, but then we have the energetic one, the emotions, the thoughts, our capacity to access to the superior dimensions of our soul, and to connect us with spirit, and the fact that we cannot ignore this as a society anymore. I think the transformation of Pluto will push us to understand this in a better way, in a greater way. So we could experiment the transits of Pluto in Aquarius, sorry, in a very accelerated way, or at moments we could feel that we are suspended in the air because our conception of time, it is totally associated with how we are perceiving the present situations. And it always was like this, but it is going to be very, very intensified. So, Pluto, which is associated to death and rebirth, the power, it is going to keep accomplishing these functions. I mean, Pluto exposes the darkest parts of ourselves, it takes us to the depths. It shows us our extremes, the control, the fear, the attachments, the obsessions, manipulations. And this could imply a crisis at certain phases that is awakening us to recognize a new form of power. And to do that, we have to be aware of to what we are giving our energy, because that is our power actually, to what we are giving our energy. So the crises with Pluto and Aquarius are, I think they are going to lead us to develop new levels of creativity, and to give depth to what it is not feeling, it is not felt in authenticity anymore. and to stop rejecting what makes us feel, the aspects of ourselves that many times we feel that don't fit in society, or that they are make us feel like outsiders, because actually that is the particular quality that we have to offer to contribute. This energy will also take us to reevaluate the groups with which we are connecting, um, and our connections, to understand that freedom and death are things that can coexist. That freedom, it is not about doing whatever thing I want from my disconnected ego, nor wanting other people do whatever thing I want. Freedom, and here we see, how Saturn, it is shared in these two signs, Capricorn and Aquarius. Freedom implies responsibility. So it is also a cycle through which we are going to connect with collective causes, with the things that we can do to contribute to the community, to the society. And this is very, very important, because there could be people that are very self-centered, in their own experience, and in the zodiacal wheel that we possess in our natal chart, we have all the energies. We cannot reject anyone, because that will be protected in the form of shadow on the outside. So all the souls came here to contribute, to do something for others. And beyond that, if we don't learn how to cultivate love and well-being in ourselves, it's very difficult or impossible to offer that to the outside. It is very, very important to recognize what we came here to offer, and the forms that this will take, they are going to be different for each one. For some people, this is about creating art; for others, technology; for others, communicating; for others, construct, heal. It is going to be different. So um, these these transformations are going to teach us how we need to learn to function in community. And in order to do that, we have to continue to learn about how we are functioning with ourselves, with our own connection with the soul, and who we are under the beliefs, under what we believe we are. And while we are revealing that essence, this is going to be projected on the relationships with other people. So Pluto in Aquarius could involve also phases of chaos, both collective and individual, that are inviting us to recreate new forms of life, to do things different, to innovate. And these phases could make us feel that we are in the air, in the middle of the jump into the void. Perhaps with the perception that we don't have anything to sustain off, to hold on. But that is to recognize that we actually have ourselves, have the connection with our own soul, and that if we can trust in the leap into the void, then the pieces are going to fit. This energy could also show us through the sensation of not having the power, or not being able to control it or to change something, that the freedom is generated internally by freeing ourselves from old perceptions. And when we can establish this energy, these new ways of observing the reality, then what is manifested on the outside starts to change too. So as a last comment, because we will have a lot of time to talk about Pluto, this is something that we are seeing. Pluto in Aquarius means this reconfiguration of the axis of power. And one of the ways it is very linked with technology. I mean, the people that are, in the heads of these areas of society, they are going to have a great influence in the next years. But we are going to see how some people could use it with distorted goals, and how others can do it with consciousness. And it is precisely the social media the impact and how we are reaching to others, other form of power. And as I said before, the greater the capacity to influence we have, more responsibility it is also acquired. So we could have insights and painful learnings at times linked with this, because not everyone is using social media with conscious objectives. And this is extended to everything that can impact to the collective. I mean, the music, the art, these things, the audio, the movies. This is linked with Neptune, music, art too. But we have to remember that they are going to operate together with Uranus, so we cannot separate the transpersonals during the next years. Well, I just wanted to comment this, and we will keep talking about Pluto until at least if I am incarnated 2044. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.